Hello and welcome back into Deconstruction Simulator episode 8 we're on now. So in between episodes here I did one contract offline, I did a couple of off camera, a couple of orders. I'm doing one here for you so you can see me doing work. You can see I built up a little bit of money offline or off camera. We keep saying offline. A little bit of money off camera.
What are you buying?
So my dental surgery went great, which is good. I mean, I was a little bit in pain there. Waste of space is the contract we're gonna do. I don't think I've taken this contract. I don't think I've done this contract on camera before. I know I've done it offline or on my personal playthrough.
There's a lot of work to do.
So we got to retrieve a dresser, I believe. There's 2 dressers that we got to retrieve, and then demolish the house, which is the fun part, which is why we're here. So I'm gonna go through and we're gonna collect all this stuff, all this random boxable stuff, and we end up actually taking 4 boxes of stuff from this place. I have to go back and excuse me, I have to go back and end up getting another box. And I'm trying to fast forward through a lot of this repetitive stuff. I'm working on my editing skills. I know my editing skills aren't the greatest, but since this is a premium TV, we are going to go ahead and take this because, well, it's actually worth it's worth a lot. So I want to take this. I want to take all this stuff in here. I wonder how much that camera was worth. I never did scan. I don't even know if like items are worth, like these collectible items like this. I wouldn't even know if they're actually, like, is a cup worth more than, or a camera worth more than a cup? I don't know. I wonder. Rare door. Alright, we'll go ahead and we will take this. Alright, grab the door. No, not that. Grab the door. Thank you. Alright, let's go. We'll lean this up against the TV because, you know, that's the great thing to do. Lean it right up against, lean that heavy door right up against your screen. That's gonna make that TV totally valuable. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take this pendant light. Of course, fast forward mode for it. Even though it's only 2 things you have to take out, we'll still go into fast forward for it. Drop that there. We're almost gonna fill up our. We almost fill up our rare and our common furniture shelves in this run too. And we're gonna take these because I'm pretty sure I seen a contract in there for those, or I mean, those contracts for those come up quite a bit. So. We're not going to take those. What is this? Rare. We'll take this one. Because I don't think I have any display cabinets. Go down each side. Just take everything out on each side as I go. Just kind of disassemble as we go. So we can take something off. We take it off. Final floating piece of wood. I love the physics in these games. Sometimes they're fun. Alright, let's go ahead and throw this in the back of our vehicle. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to go in and we're going to grab the stuff that we need to complete this order. The stuff that the customer wants us to retrieve. We're going to grab the washing machine first. And break whatever was on top of the washing machine. Throw this in the back.
Now that we've got that out of the way.
Alright, let's go grab the... They need the chair, I think, right? Yeah, it's the premium chair, or the rear chair. Yeah, grab the office chair. We'll throw this in the back. And then we'll go grab the premium washing machine out of the bathroom.
Another task completed.
If we can find the bathroom, is it? I get lost here for a second trying to actually find where the bathroom's at. Is this it? Nope, that's the back door. Close that back up. Not that it matters, but close that back up. And then premium washing machines, we'll grab that. That's our premium. And with the premium and the rare sitting there, you can actually see the difference in the quality.
Nicely done.
It's definitely higher quality. Alright, let's go ahead and take this bed. And I'm pretty sure we end up filling up our rare and our common shelf. I'm almost certain we end up doing that with this contract. We'll throw that back there. If I can get it to fit. Maybe, possibly. There we go. Got it to fit. Alright. I'm gonna break you. Just because I don't like you. So I'm gonna break you. Bust this front porch up real quick. let's grab this. Well, that filled up that bag awfully quick, didn't it? That bag was almost already full from working on the last contract. Alright, now let's bust this door frame up. That is awfully noisy. That's a lot, like, that sounds like a lot of glass breaking. Alright, let's see. What's the next thing we move on to? What's the next thing we're gonna bust up? We need, those are premiums. Alright, I want to take this big premium cabinet here. This is a big cabinet. There's a lot to take off of this cabinet. A lot of screws, a lot of little pry points. Before you take this on, it's probably a good idea to actually upgrade your tools as much as you can, because, yeah, it takes a while. And there's some plates in there I'm going to end up setting aside because I want to keep those. Because I want to fill up, I end up filling up a couple more totes, and I'm trying to fill up my tote shelf up again. Because I had my tote shelf full at one point and ended up selling a whole bunch of them, so. Do I end up, well, can I get this to fit? I wonder. I don't know if I can get this to fit or not. I don't think I do. I don't think I end up getting it to fit because it's, yeah, no, it wasn't going to fit. I don't know if I can get the trash bag to fit now. There we go. Alright, back to the warehouse, and we'll unload this stuff.
Oh, never mind.
Alright, let's get this stuff unloaded here. So yeah, see, we almost got our rare shelf full. We got 2 more to fit on the rare and 2 more to fit on the common. So yeah, we're almost, like I said, we're almost full. And I mean, we're pretty close to full on the premium too. If I would have decided to take all the cabinets from out of the kitchen, I would have probably filled up my premium shelf as well. But I didn't end up doing that. We'll go throw this on our premium row. A rare door, which I think I'm almost full on the rare doors too. Oh no, I'm not. I need several more rare doors to fill that up. Grab our trash bag, and then we're gonna end up grabbing a couple of totes and heading back to the heading back to the work site. Grab it, thank you. Throw you. And then grab the other one. We're gonna chuck it into the back of the truck, and we're gonna be on our way. Alright, let's grab them. Grab. We're gonna grab the tote or what? Thank you. Grab the tote. Alright, let's go grab this stuff out of the kitchen here. No, that's broken. Alright, grab these plates. We'll go back into fast forwards. We can grab all this stuff out of here. I think these are cabinets are all empty. Grab those plates. We'll empty this display cabinet. Of course, I closed myself in. Chuck you there. We'll grab that, and then we'll stack the. If I can get in there to get the tote, get in there to get my tote. We'll stack those totes up so that way they count by number, because it'll kind of bug me if I don't count them up by number. I don't know why I gotta do that, but I have to. I gotta do stuff by number. So, we'll throw this, like, it's almost in their smallest to largest, kinda. It's evens and odds. So, smaller on the bottom, larger on the top, or larger on the bottom, excuse me, and smaller numbers up top. That way I can grab them and stack them in order as I go. As I'm unloading them, I can stack them in, like, order. Because I keep them on my shelf in numerical order. Alright, let's load up one of our premium armchairs here. And unfortunately, it's about all we're going to fit. We're going to be able to stack something on top of those totes, but that's about all we're going to fit in here. Let's see what other kind of trouble we can get in. Rare stove, I'm not going to take that. I don't know why I moved it before I broke it. I don't know why I decided to do that. Premium table, I'm going to take that, but I'm going to break these chairs because I don't need these. They're common chairs. I don't really need them. Let's go into fast forward mode and we'll get this taken apart. Because I definitely want this premium table. Because I need to fill up my premium slots. Let's run this out to the truck. I don't think we get it to fit in here. I think we're going to try to get it to fit, but I don't think it's going to fit. Yeah, definitely not. Alright, let's clean up our mess. Actually, let's bust this stuff up. Let's have some fun. I'm going to break some stuff. Alright, clean up, and then we're going to bust this floor up now. Pick that up. Pick that up. Nope. Alright, break it first. Alright. Now let's go pick it up. Alright, bust the hammer. We're going to bust this floor up now. Alright, clean up our mess. We're going to try to kind of clean as we go through some of this. Just so don't have a massive mess to clean up at the end. I want to take this window because I need some large and some... Well, I need all my windows. I need everything. But can I get that to fit? Ooh, I can. Cool. Yeah, I need all 3 sizes of windows. But I have the most medium-sized windows. I just need everything still. Premium display cabinet. I do end up taking that. Let's see. What? Just big spherical light. I don't know if I'm going to take that or not. Alright, let's bust this wall first. I'm going to bust some of these walls out. And we'll turn it into like one... Basically like one big open room almost. It'll be like over time. Come on, bust that up. I'm gonna have to stop and clean up some of this mess because I'm surprised I didn't break. Honestly, surprised I didn't break that display cabinet with that wood falling against it. I really figured it would end up breaking. Oh, it's still attached to the wall. That's why I can't pick that up. Am I gonna fit that? That is not gonna fit in there, is it? Nope. All right, we'll throw you there for the moment. I don't even know if I end up taking that or not. I'm not even sure I want to take it. Is it worth the? Because my wood piles are getting pretty full, so I don't even know if I need it or not. Clean up this little bitty mess here. We're gonna grab this wood. We're gonna stack that wood up, just in case. Again, just in case we decide to take it. I usually do it by size. I just didn't bother with it this time. All right, let's finish taking this out. I wonder if I end up breaking that dresser that's... Yeah, I ended up breaking that dresser that was there. See, this is why I'm surprised I didn't break that premium display cabinet when it was sitting there. When all that wood fell against it. There's a big pile of crap.
Task completed.
Yeah, see the dresser all busted there, so I don't understand why that dresser busted when the wall fell against it and the premium cabinet didn't, but I mean, I'm not going to complain about it because I want that premium cabinet because it's worth more. Alright, I'm actually going to take this. I'm going to take this cabinet. I don't know if I'm going to take anything else or destroy that wall first, but I'm going to take this cabinet first, and then we're going to throw that and just break our books. Because, you know, books are super fragile. They fall apart when you... Well, I mean, they probably would fall apart when you throw them. But, alright, let's go ahead and take this cabinet. While we're working on this cabinet and take a few minutes here and tell you actually about my dentist appointment. So I had to have a cleaning done first, so I got a nice cleaning, which actually felt weird because I haven't had one done in a long time, but it felt good. I liked the way my mouth felt afterward. My mouth actually felt like it felt clean, you know? It just felt different than what I'm used to, but it felt good. But after the cleaning, they went and they put the mask on my face so I can get the goofy gas, and they were like, deep breaths in. Several deep breaths in through my nose, out through my mouth, in through my nose, out through my mouth. And then I opened my eyes, and like everything around like my peripheral vision was all like foggy, and then it just had like a little clear spot in the middle where I could see clearly, and then everything else around it was foggy. And my fingertips were numb, and my toes were numb, and it was pretty wild. I get to go back in about a month and have it again when I have some more work done. So I'm gonna get my top teeth out so I can end up getting full dentures up top. So yeah, it was a pretty wild experience. I think you'd be better off making sure you take care of your teeth so you don't have to go through that, because it wasn't a comfortable experience even with the goofy gas and the Novocaine and everything. It wasn't a fun experience. I'm gonna have to turn this down a little bit. It was not a pleasant experience, because when they were doing the wisdom tooth on the bottom on my right side, I could actually feel like the pressure on the tooth. I could feel it. It was hitting that nerve, and I could feel every time she pried on that tooth. It wasn't fun. So I really suggest that you just like take care of your teeth, especially if you're young and listening to this. Please take care of your teeth. It saves you a lot of trauma in the long run. Please take care of your teeth. When I was young, I used to get made fun of because, you know, I didn't take care of my teeth. I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I got made fun of. I was in pain. It's just not something I recommend. Not to mention, it's incredibly expensive to care for. Like, I'm gonna dump almost $5,000 in, and that's after my insurance. It's almost $5,000 for everything that I need done. Because I need Invisalign or braces. I'm gonna end up doing Invisalign on the bottom to straighten my bottom teeth out. I need dentures on the top. I still gotta get my wisdom teeth done, or what's left of my teeth on the top pulled, so I can get dentures up top. It's a lot, and that's all because I didn't brush my teeth like I was supposed to. So if you're a young kid and you haven't got your adult teeth, or you just got your adult teeth, please take care of them. It's so much better for you. Not to mention, it actually can cause heart issues and stuff like that if you're not taking care of your teeth. Like if they get infected, that infection spreads through your body and weakens your body. So yeah, your dental health is very important. So please do those, and consult your doctor too. Consult your dentist on what you should be doing. Don't listen to what I say. Listen to what your dentist says. But let's get back to the situation at hand here. We busted this floor up. We busted some of the furniture there in the living room up. And we're gonna get this finished, and we're gonna clean this mess up. And then I think we're gonna move on to the walls next. Get these walls done, so that way it basically like turns into one big open room pretty much. Let's see let's grab that mess. Alright, let's go ahead and we're gonna break these. We're gonna break these cabinets before we move on to the walls.
And I made a mess.
Hopefully that wasn't too terribly loud for you when I was busting that floor up.
And I made a mess.
Yes, you made a mess. Alright, I'm actually now getting tired of listening to them repeat the same thing over and over again.
Now that we've got that out of the way.
Ooh, I burped, excuse me. Come on, break those. Break those. Break those. Why do they just float there? Break! Thank you. How complicated is that? Just break for me when you're supposed to. Alright, clean this little bit of mess up. I gotta bust you, because you didn't actually break, so we'll break that as we bust this floor up. We're gonna get all this floor busted up.
I'll never get tired of it.
Busting this floor can actually take up a good percentage of what you need to demolish for the home. See, we went from what, like 26 to 32, so just for that room took up 6% of what you needed to break to demolish the house. So it was 6% of the house right there. All right, chuck you, and we're gonna chuck you too. Glad I was wearing gloves for that cactus, because that would prickle my hands up. That's not broken. You can just smash a t-shirt. I don't know why you can't just throw it, because it's a t-shirt. You'd think it would like fold up and go into the trash bag, but I guess not. I did not mean to break that door. I was planning on taking that with me. Alright, let's grab this mess. That's Z clipping through the wall. That's a plant clipping through the wall. That's a very thin, paper thin walls apparently, huh? Alright, let's bust this wall up. Maybe. That's weird how that has just a tiny wall there. It's just like a tiny piece of wall randomly in the middle of the building. This makes sense because this is a door frame, so that makes sense for it to be small there. Alright, let's go ahead and get this mess cleaned up. So, in other news that's going on with the channel here, I think I'm gonna stop doing the Acres games. If you enjoy the Acres videos, if you watch them, I apologize, but I can't justify putting time into it because it just, they don't get traction. And I follow the same like algorithmic like using the hashtags in the description, and I follow an algorithmic description. So they're getting impressions. It's getting a decent number of impressions, not as many as it would be as like these videos do. So I don't know. They're just not getting views. No one wants to really watch those videos, and larger channels get decent views on them. From what I could see, the larger channels who play the game get decent views on them. But I mean, I'm getting less than 10 views per video. So I mean, some of them are even sub 5 views. So it's just it's not getting views. I can't justify putting the work into it to do it. It's just, after all, at the moment it's a hobby for me. And these videos take a lot of time to put together. Like, this video, for example, I recorded for an hour to make a 30-minute video to a 38-minute, whatever. This is going to turn out to be like 38 minutes or 35 minutes, somewhere in that area this will turn out to end up being. But I recorded for an hour. I spent 3.5 hours editing. And here I am doing a voiceover now. Of course, that's part of the editing process, but... And then I still gotta make... a thumbnail for this video. And... I don't know... I still gotta find, like, the thumbnail that I want to make. But I still gotta make the thumbnail for this video. And upload it, lay music over it. And then upload it. Yeah, so it's... I mean, I've still probably got another 2 hours of work from this point. Same thing with the Acres videos. You know, I'm putting 5 hours into each video every week, and I'm not getting traction. So with the second game, I'm not getting any traction. So I can't justify putting that much work into something I'm not getting traction on. But, alright, we're back at the warehouse now. We're going to unload our truck. And I really hope the recording works this time, because I literally just did this recording, like this section of voiceover. I literally just did this, and it recorded absolutely nothing. So, hopefully this time it works. But, back to the job site, and we're gonna, and still remaining in fast forward, we're gonna load up our truck. We're gonna grab these doors and our boxes. We're gonna set them there if we can get them to fit, which they do, thankfully. There. Alright, and our last small one. Nope, there you go. Alright, let's go ahead and head back inside, and we're gonna take this window. Hopefully don't break it. Thankfully we didn't break it. I don't know what just fell, but... Alright, let's grab this window. Yes, I said window. Drop you there. And we're gonna come in, we're gonna take this left window over here. We'll pry this window out. And with these 3 large windows, I think that fills up my slot. All my slots for my large windows. Should give me 6 total. I do eventually want to expand shelves, so we have 2 shelves of each, 2 large, 2 medium, 2 small. And we're gonna have you know, 2 shelves for furniture, for each type of furniture. Can you fit there? Yes, you can fit there. Good. We are going to have 2 shelves for each type of furniture, a shelf for, like, each slot, each kind of, door. Jeez, good grief. Why is my massive brain fart there? Holy crap. Could not think. Bust all our roof up. That way it can rain tonight and flood the house out. So that way we have a nastier mess to clean up, right? We're gonna have a nice big mess to clean up here. I mean, you're not gonna have to watch it all in, like, real time. If we're either gonna fast forward or we're gonna transition past it, so you have to sit there and watch the whole thing. Because, I mean, that would be friggin' boring. Not to mention it would probably add another 5 minutes to the video. But alright, let's go ahead and we're going to start getting this mess cleaned up. And I got to find a good point to make a thumbnail here. And I actually think that right there actually works really well. That right there with the... What is that? The mess there, just like the mess laying in the building. I think that's a good one. That's a good point to. It's got some a little bit of action to it. You know, it's in the act. I think that one works pretty well. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go with one of those somewhere in that section. I'm not gonna bother taking this. I'm done taking stuff apart today, so I'm just gonna go ahead and bust this up. Grab all the mess like we usually do. Excuse me. We're going to grab these messes and clean up as we go. Living room. Oh, it still breaks it down by room, huh? There. Bust all this wall out of here. Boom. Boom. Yeah, like I said, he repeats himself so much now that I'm actually kind of getting tired of listening to him repeat himself. Wonder if there's any way to turn that off.
Now that we've got that out of the way.
And see, too, we're almost done. So once we get to 100%, these walls, there's still plenty of walls that are still actually standing. So we could just clean up and leave and still get paid for it. But I don't like doing that because, I mean, I'm a completionist, so I like making sure that everything I do is done how it's supposed to be done. I know I've mentioned that in every episode, but figured I'd mention it again for those of you who are new. Once we get down to this corner, I think we end up cleaning it up. Stopping and cleaning up a little bit once we get down to this corner. I'm going to press each one of these boards up so we don't have to worry about trying to save anything.
That felt good.
Alright, let's go ahead and get this mess cleaned up. And I think I found another spot that might actually be a halfway decent thumbnail. Possible thumbnail anyways. And I just realized that all those boards that I had set aside there on that front porch, they all disappeared. I didn't save them or anything, they just disappeared. That's weird how that happens. Like, sometimes you stack up wall panels and to like come back and get them, and they'll just, the wall panels like transform into another size, or they'll just disappear altogether. And I said it's a bug they should get fixed if they could. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this mess cleaned up here real quick. A little bit of the mess here. And then we're going to break out the sledgehammer. We're going to bust our way all the way down the side wall, or most all the way down the side wall here. And here I am again. This is take number 2 of recording this section of voiceover, because I keep forgetting to fold my microphone down so it actually picks up my voice. Good grief. And the NASCAR race is on right now. The Daytona 500's on right now. I can hear my dad yelling at it, but hopefully you can't hear that through the microphone. I don't think so, because I can barely hear him in here with the... But there was just a big accident just a few minutes ago. I had to stop what I'm doing and go out and actually watch and see what happened. But I want to be careful so I don't talk too much about the race, because I don't want to take a chance of getting a copyright strike. It'd be a stupid reason to get a copyright strike for talking about a sporting event. But transition past the cleanup there, just so, I mean, you've seen it once, you've seen it 1,000 times. We're gonna head back to our warehouse now and unload our vehicle.
At last.
Ha! I remembered. See, I'm remembering now. We'll drop our common one off and our last premium armchair, and we're gonna just about fill up our premium shelf with this too. We're gonna only have what, 2 left? 2 slots left? 3 slots left. It looks like. Our rare doors, and this should give us. Looks like it's going to give us 6 rare doors now that we'll have. We just need some common and some premium, and we'll fill up our door shelves.
This is the place.
Yes, it is. This is the place you've been working for the last, what, 2 days now, I think. Almost 2 days. We're going to load our truck up with some of these windows, with these large windows, and that should fill up our large window slot back at the warehouse. And we're going to take, what, 6 or 8 bags of trash here. One thing I wish they would do, like, you could, for, I don't know, like, $500, whatever it would be, you could, well, no, move that back to where it belongs. So if you close your door and it's not, the item's not all the way in, sometimes the door will push it back to where it belongs, or push it back to where the door can close, but that's going to kind of shift it a little bit. But if you don't care if it shifts a little bit, then it's fine. But I moved it over so I can fit another one, so I can fit another set of trash bags in there. But now what I was saying, if you could hire a trash bag, like a large trash dumpster, and you could fill it up. It'd be like $500, and you could fill up your dumpster. And then at the end of the day, or maybe at the end of the job, you can sell it and make some money off of it. Maybe you might not make maybe you don't turn a profit on it, but it could be an option for you to spend your money to make your life a little easier, so you don't have to keep transporting your trash back to the warehouse, which you don't have to do. You could leave it sit and let it clean up because you don't get paid for it. But this way, at least you're spending a little bit of money, but you might actually get paid for your for the trash or the recycling. That's just something I wish they would do. Another thing I think would be cool for upgrade that they could have would be like a bulldozer or a backhoe. They could maybe raise the price of the wrecking ball a little bit, and then you could have like a bulldozer would be like $400, backhoe would be $500, and then or something along those lines. I guess they could keep it at $600 for the wrecking ball. I just think it'd be cool to have other options. Maybe it takes a little longer with the lower cost equipment. It might take just a little bit longer. But I just think it'd be fun to have other options too. And I'm sure there's DLC. Hopefully there's DLC in the works. Because I would like to see, like maybe bridges or large apartment buildings that you could take down. I think stuff like that would be fun. Maybe give you a little more time to do the larger buildings. Or even better yet, dynamite. You can get dynamite to destroy a building. I think that would be fun to do too, wouldn't it? Alright, let's get this last wall out of here, or that last corner of wall out of there. That was a lot of installation. We're almost done here. I'm gonna get all this mess cleaned up. I'm gonna bust those wood pieces of those logs. Good grief. I'm gonna bust up those boards because I'm not taking them. I don't have the desire to take them at the moment.
And I made a mess.
Yep, you sure did. Actually, I think I'm the one that made the mess, because I'm controlling you, so I guess I made the mess. But almost done. Last piece of wall, and then we're gonna get this mess cleaned up, and we will get back to our warehouse. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and transition past this mess cleanup, and we're gonna head back to our warehouse.
Home sweet home.
Yes, it is home sweet home. It's always nice to be home, ain't it? I'll drop our bags of trash off here real quick. And then we end up going to fast forward just because, you know, again, you don't need to see that stuff. I should just transition past it. Like the unloading process here, I should just transition past it. But it is nice to show you the process occasionally. I dropped that there so you can see, so I can differentiate between where my medium and my larges end, or where they meet. I wanted to see, I only need one more large window, and I need like 2 more or 3 more medium windows. But we're gonna go ahead and load this up, and this will be the last run we make of the night. And I mean, we're definitely gonna be due to go home by the time we get done loading this car up. We're gonna definitely be time to. Our characters gonna wanna go home and get some sleep. Just checking our contract there to make sure we got everything done. Make sure I got everything cleaned up so we can get that cleanup bonus. If I can get that, if I can get that to fit. Sometimes it's difficult to get these things to fit. You may have noticed that little, like, transition and contrast there. I apologize. It's not. I'm working on my editing skills. I do promise you. I'm trying to improve my editing ability, but I still kind of suck at it. So I apologize for that. All right, let's get this last bag loaded up. When we get back to the warehouse, we will empty it, and we're back to the next day, because when we got back, it was already like 7:45 when we got back. So we had to, our character was anxious to go home. So it's the next morning, we're going to load our truck up, or unload our truck, and we're going to go complete this contract. And I think we might end up filling some orders here too.
Finally, I'm done.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, let's see. Can we fulfill any orders? Yeah, so I'll take the 2 armchairs. I knew they were going to come in handy. I'm glad I took them. We'll load our 2 armchairs up here, and we'll collect a nice $525. $525 coming our way. And let's go ahead and upgrade some of our tools. Let's grab the exoskeleton, because I
really
want
needed
that.
that.
And then let's see. We don't have enough. We do have enough to do it, but we don't have enough to do both of our screwdrivers. So let's take, and we don't have enough to do our chisel either. So let's take the crowbar.
I can afford it, so I'll take it.
And take the saw.
That's an upgrade.
Not that we use the saw that much, but I still want to upgrade them. Alrighty, so thank you so much for watching. If you could do me a huge favor, hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps me out. It lets me know you like what I am doing here. So we've got $1,600 coming to us at the end of this day. And if we need some more money, we can always, Cash Barterson is here, so we can always sell off some extra stuff. But we managed to unlock our EXO SUIT, the crowbar, and the saw here today. So we made some progress. The next thing that we're going to do is I think we're going to save for the truck. I'll probably do some work offline or in between videos to build up some extra cash and complete so we can get to our new permit quicker. But again, thank you so much for watching, and y'all have a fantastic day.